Hello and welcome to the Fairy Little Podcast. I'm Marcia, also known as Fairy Little, and this is my little knitting podcast. Welcome back, everybody. It's great to see you again, and I have a jam-packed show for you today. I am going to be showing you some works in progress, some finished objects. I'm going to show you a new design, little elephant in the room, and also I have a special guest who's going to be joining me for a few minutes. So let's get into it. So, Thanksgiving was amazing. Of course it was, and I ate so much food because I love to eat food. And my best friend came over, and so did my lovely sister, who is amazing. And speaking of which, she might just be popping in. So those of you who have followed the podcast for the last 3 years or have watched early shows, you will know that I started this knitting podcast with my sister Scylla, who is amazing. She's fabulous and she's hilarious, and she is off to school in Victoria right now getting her PhD, as you do. And she is my special guest today. So welcome, Scylla!
Hello! It is great to be back. It feels like old times.
I know, it sure does.
I bet the new people are going to go back and watch one of the earlier episodes.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. Yeah. Just so you're aware, they're super ridiculous because we were super ridiculous and still kind of are.
Watch the 1 minute trailer.
The 1 minute trailer.
It's terrible.
Yeah, from when we very first started.
Our very first one.
Yeah, it was so amazing. Look how far we've come.
Right, when I didn't know what a FO was.
Yeah, it's a finished object, in case you're wondering. So Scylla came to Knit City, so I kind of wanted to say, hey Scylla, how was Knit City?
Knit City was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. We stayed with amazing people. We met up with amazing people. We got to see a whole bunch of old friends, and it was absolutely awesome.
Young old friends.
Yeah.
Like, we've known them for a long time, but they're not old.
But they're young.
Because everyone's so young.
Yeah, it was really, really wonderful seeing people again.
What was your favorite part of Knit City?
My favorite part of Knit City?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Favorite part. So on my last episode, I asked people to put in the comments below what their favorite part of going to a yarny event or thing is, whether it's the yarn store or whether it's an actual event. And my favorite part is getting to meet up with all my old friends and stuff.
And that was my favorite part. My favorite part was walking around the marketplace.
Yeah. Holding me back.
My ADHD. Don't do it! My ADHD went like off the chart in the marketplace. I'm like, squirrel! But it was getting to see all of these different people and old friends, and that was probably my favorite part.
Yeah. In
amongst the beautiful smell and feel of yarn. And there was just so much energy.
Yeah.
And I loved the energy. And actually,
so good.
So we were at the marketplace in the morning on Saturday. Marcia did not show up at 6 a.m. and wait in line for 3 hours.
Nope.
And so, we got into the marketplace about 9. So we were in about 9:15, 9:30.
Yeah.
And the energy was just like unbelievably amazing and overwhelming. But then we took a break and went for lunch.
Yeah.
And my favorite part of Knit City at Knit City was Saturday afternoon, when the marketplace was really slow. Not really slow, but
the crowds had dissipated.
Right? It wasn't like a 20-minute lineup to buy yarn. It wasn't like a grab and go yarn dash.
Yeah.
Which it felt like in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
In the morning, it felt like, you see something pretty, you're going to grab it, you're going to get in line because it may not be there in the afternoon.
That's right.
And so there was like this fear and urgency in the morning.
Yeah. And we left for a good 3 hours.
Yeah.
Right in the middle because we went out for lunch. And so we left for about 3 hours. And it was totally madhouse when we left. It was like the high point. Yeah. People were starting to line up at the trucks, and the lineups for the trucks, for the food trucks, were getting really long. And
yeah, it was absolutely packed. And so when we came back about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it was, I don't know how to explain it, but it was so
It was the calm after
amazing.
the storm.
And that's what it felt like, the calm after the storm. And so
everyone could breathe.
There was a lot of booths that I couldn't actually look in. A lot of people, a lot of vendors, I couldn't see the stuff because there were so many people.
Yeah.
And I would just like go past. And I was running into so many people I knew, which was awesome. which was one of my favorite things. But in the afternoon, I actually got to take some time and to look and like take a breath. And yeah, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was really great to see everybody. And
it was so great. And we stayed in an Airbnb versus the atrium.
Yeah.
Not going to tell you which one because we're going to get it again next year. It was like a 7-minute walk. Yeah. And it was amazing. It was beautiful. Yeah. It was close. It was clean. It was far less expensive, which meant more money for yarn.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really good.
So it was really good. And I only bought one sweater's worth. I only bought one sweater's worth? Yes. One sweater's worth and a few one-offs. Yeah. And so I don't have them with me or else I'd show you, but I did start knitting a hat. We're not there yet. We're not doing that right now, are we?
You can talk about your hat.
So I started knitting a hat and I ripped it out a couple of times, and our lovely roommates, Sue and Laura, were giving me like stitch count pointers, and because I don't tend to knit with patterns unless I'm wanting to do something technical. But yeah, so it's just a plain old stockinette hat. And yeah, and so, but I'm holding the yarn double because I think it adds a richer texture and more vibrant colors. It's
more of a muddled, modelly kind of look to it. And then you can hold it up to the camera and then show it a little bit better. Here.
I don't know how this works. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
See, isn't that lovely? And so the first time I knit it, it was...
Hang on a second. I don't know. There's a stream of light coming in from somewhere.
Okay. So the first time I knit it, the colors were pooling, and it was pooling up, and it was like, and I didn't like it. So I added 60 more stitches and tried it again. Clearly, it would have also been too small for my head, but yeah. So now it's way better.
I like how it's pooling. It's like pooling.
I like it too. It's
like
it's striping, but it's spiraling up.
Even with you using two different strands. Yeah.
And so what I did this time is I actually lined my strands up differently too. Mm-hmm. So my colors lined up differently, which was way, way better. And here, I'm going to show you.
What's the yarn you're using?
Who really knows?
You should know.
You gave it to me without a tag.
Did I? Okay, so this is...
See? How lovely is that? I can't
remember. It's from a long time ago.
It's from a long time ago. I'm stash dashing. So I have this lovely...
Stash diving, I think is the term.
Diving? I'm like diving in, but I'm dashing through it.
Yeah.
One ball at a time.
That, yeah.
Right? So it is a lovely fall colored green and brown, and there's a little bit of pink, but it looks red, which is very rustic. The black next to my lumberjack sweater. I'm very Canadian today.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
It's good to be Canadian.
It's good to be Canadian. Anyway.
Here's hairs just everywhere.
Right. I think what we're looking for now is anyway.
Moving on.
Oh yeah, and for those people who are early watchers, so I started my PhD, and yesterday I found my very first gray hair. So it's been a lot of studying and not enough knitting, it clears out. But in my eyebrow! Like,
your first gray
in my eyebrow!
And yesterday it was
not my hair.
It was like really short yesterday, and then she said it was like this long.
This morning it was this long, like in between the fingers, not from top to bottom.
Yeah.
That long. It was like sticking straight out. I thought I had a whisker.
Yeah.
It was terrible. I thought I'd share that with you.
You're like, I'm going great.
I still haven't gotten over the shock of it.
That's awesome. That's so rad.
So that's me. It's everything that's new in my life.
Yeah, so you're in Victoria and you have a hamster.
I have a she's like, she's gonna correct me. Wait for it, because she doesn't have a hamster. I have a rabbit. Shocker.
Yeah.
His name is Dexter Jackrabbit II. And if you want, he has his own Instagram account. If you want to follow him, it's Dexter _Jack_rabbit.
I talked about him on one podcast once.
Did you? Were you mocking me?
Mm-hmm.
I thought so.
Yeah, and I also talked about, because I started an Instagram for my chicken, so my chicken can make fun of your rabbit.
It's true.
It's true.
Hey, but my rabbit has 2,500 followers. My rabbit has more followers than I do.
Yeah,
He's
true.
He's a lovable
He's so
rabbit.
busy.
He's so busy.
He posts every day.
He does post every day, and he will tell you all about his life. There is no personification happening there whatsoever. It's all him.
Yeah. I think the word you're looking for is projection.
So he really loves me. I'm his human.
Human, yeah.
Human, and he loves his life.
Yeah.
And I knit him a really, really terrible toque. Mm-hmm. It is awful. It was beautiful yarn, though. It was Smith & You.
It was bad.
Spring Fling.
Oh, good.
But it was ugly.
Okay, so I'm going to talk
color.
for a second about what I'm wearing. I'm just jumping in there.
So lovely. Love what you're wearing.
The hat, Scylla. The hat.
Oh. I'm like, it's so pretty. I love it. I remember when you knit it. Yeah. Yes, the hat.
This is an old t-shirt that I knit a few years ago.
The hat is lovely.
Okay, stop.
No, I want to touch it.
No, stop.
No, it's so soft.
Stop.
Oh, sorry.
Touching me. Stop it. Alright. So I'm wearing this new hat that I designed. I designed it at Knit City. Woohoo! And, so this is knit out of Black Cat Fiber Arts. This is what I have left over. And...
Wait for it.
I don't know where the label is.
Oh.
But I just heard something snap in here.
Well, that's not good. Oh.
That's not good. Mm-mm. I'm going to have to fix that. Yeah. It just broke right there.
She broke her armpit. Her armpit is broken.
Underarm.
Sorry. Underarm. We're classier than that.
So I designed this hat and I'm wearing it. And I have another version that is up there. So, and it is in ice blue. And this one's by Gingersnap Yarn.
Yeah. Can I tell them the story of that one?
Okay, just hang on a second.
Okay.
And I have a couple other versions that I knit out of Caitlin French's yarn. She doesn't do yarn anymore, so I actually designed it out of Caitlin French's yarn, and this is her bulky. But when I went to Knit City to see if I could pick up some more, she doesn't dye yarn anymore. So that's just not going to work out. So I found two other bulky yarns, Black Cat Fiber Arts and Gingersnap Yarn. Gingersnap is new to the bulky yarn, so she only had about 4 or 5 colors, I think, 5 or 6 colors actually. And so this is the original one that I knit it out of, and it's got a really cool. It's got a really cool stitch pattern. That's the back.
That's a really good color on you.
Thank you. So this is the family of colors that I'm trying to aim for. But it's super easy knit, and I've got a whole bunch of sizes. And so I was talking to Scylla today about it, and because I'm releasing it by the time you guys see this, it will be released and you can go and pick it up. But I asked Scylla what I should name it, and she decided on...
I haven't actually started. The Priscilla. I was joking.
So my new hat design is called the Priscilla. So you can find it on Ravelry, and you can go and download it and knit away, because hats are a really great knit. And over the weekend I knit 4, and I knit 1, and then I undid it, and then I reknit it, because that's what happens when you're playing with numbers and stitches. So, and it comes in 4 sizes. So you can go over to Ravelry and you can get yourself a copy of the Priscilla.
The Priscilla. That's so funny. I guess I have to knit it then, hey?
Yeah.
I'm going to knit it. It's my next project.
Sounds rad. I need to trim the inside because I wove in the ends. Yeah. But I didn't have a scissors when I did it, so I have to just
snip off. So you've been wearing it with his pants down?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
So at Knit City, it was really funny. So the blue one up there that you can see on the head.
I'll go grab it.
What's that called when it's on a head?
Bust.
Bust. On the bust. That's it.
You call a head a bust.
Right? You call a head a bust. It's a bust. So out of the Gingersnap yarn. So Marcia picked this up on Saturday afternoon. And by Sunday morning, she was wearing it as a hat. Like, she was that fast.
And the thing is, too, is that if you knit a smaller size, it's got more stretch. But I think that this would look rad with a pom-pom. So I might attach a pom-pom to one of them because I think it would look really good with a pom-pom.
It's amazing. Same hat?
Yeah, different size, and your head's really small. I have a much bigger head than Scylla has here. This one's smaller. You try that one, I'll put this one on.
Oh, I like the way this feels.
And then I put it on backwards again.
Oh, it's a slouchy head hat.
Yeah. It's supposed to have a little bit of slouch. A little bit of slouch. That's a weird way of wearing it, actually.
I liked it.
Yeah. There.
Oh, that's better.
That's way better.
Hey, you can't even see my gray eyebrows. No, let's do it that way. I like it. There we go. Younger.
Yeah. So these are, as we call them in Canada, toques.
Toques.
Toques. It's the Priscilla toque, and you can go find it on Ravelry.
It really does nice things for my face.
And we can all knit it together.
I like
it. So that is what I've been working on pretty much steady is that.
What?
Oh, I thought you were going to put it over top.
No,
like,
that
would...
would...
put it over top here.
No, your hats are way too nice for that.
Oh my. You're not a very good advertiser for my stuff. You're like, whack.
Right. No, it's lovely. And then, wait for it, if you want to be a hipster, it still works.
You could be a hipster
You
with
could
it.
totally be a hipster. Oh, now I have got the bangs going on.
That's totally like 90s.
Right.
I'm
rocking it. You're gonna take your hat, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's
I like this one better on you. Do you want to wear a hat? You don't have to.
I'll wear it for a few more minutes.
Okay, so I'm going to share with you one other thing that I've been working on. And that is, this has been a year in the making. Definitely have not been knitting it consistently at all. Just pick it up every once in a while, do a row here, do a row there kind of thing. It's a pair of pants.
Your pants. I love your pants.
They're so rad. They have cables.
Yeah,
every good pair of knitted pants has cables. So I'm on the first leg. And this is... So these pants are called the Larch pants. And it's Larch, and they are by Andrea Rangel. Rangel. She was, I think she was at Knit City this year. There's quite a few really cool pattern designers there, which was really cool to see. Yeah, so she was there. I think she liked my shawl.
Did she?
Yeah. I was just a little bit overwhelmed at that point when she started talking to me. I'm pretty sure that was her. But
I realized I spend too much time online when I'm like, oh, she liked it. Like, hit the like button. You're like, no, she said I liked it.
Yeah, she talked to me about it.
She said, I like your shawl.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure I associated that. Really easy knit. It's very simple. The beginning part was a little bit finicky. But I did that part like last year. That was a while ago. Now I'm just on the knitting in the round and doing the cables, which they're not difficult cables. They're fairly simple. And I learned how to do cables without a cable needle, and that makes it way easier even. So that's pretty awesome.
Do it without a cable needle?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It was good.
So, yeah, so I'm just going to say thanks, Scylla, for coming by.
Ouch! Thanks, Marcia, for having me.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me. She's going to edit like half this out.
Yeah.
She's like, Priscilla was on for like 22 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, hi, guys.
All right. That's it.
That's it.
Bye.
That's all the time we have
Until
today.
next time.
Yeah.
That's
Jimmy all the
Kimmel.
time we have today, Scylla.
Jimmy Kimmel and Matt Damon.
Yeah, we ran out of time today.
Oh. All right, well, it's been lovely seeing you all again. Until next time.
In episode 66, I mentioned that if you put a comment below, you could possibly win a prize. And so I actually did draw a prize. The winner of the prize is Monica, and she said, my favorite autumn knit this year is a new DK cardigan. So thank you, Monica. Now what I need you to do is you need to get a hold of me. You can either email me through YouTube, or if you go over to Instagram, you can message me there. Those are kind of the two best places. Either email or Instagram are the best ways to get a hold of me. My email address will be in the box below, so you can contact me, and then I'll find out what your favorite color is, and I will send you a lovely skein of yarn, something beautiful that I think you will enjoy in a color that you love. So congratulations, Monica, and thank you so much for posting below. It's always such a great time to have a guest come on the podcast, and I adore my sister. I don't know if you guys can tell, I just love her to pieces, and it's really nice to have her on here every once in a while just to say hi and see how she's doing, and to show her face to you guys, because I know that a lot of you ask about how she's doing and where she is and that you miss her. So I think it's really important to just bring her back and let her connect with you guys all again. It sounds like I'm letting her, but bring her back so that you can connect with her again and just get an update on how she's doing. And yeah, I get to talk to her all the time, so I you know, I miss her when she's not here, but I do get to see her and talk to her a lot. So as far as everything else goes, that is it for me, I do believe. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are going to go over and get the Priscilla, I would totally appreciate it. I appreciate any support that I receive from any of you. And it's my birthday month, so that's why Knit City can be a little bit crazy for me, because I'm like, it's coming to my birthday month. Happy birthday to me. And actually, just a couple weeks ago, my husband and I had our 14-year wedding anniversary. So we've been married for quite a few years. And it's interesting. There's been a lot of phases in our marriage, as I'm assuming it just is, because we've been married so long. And yeah, so we are actually going to be taking a trip at the end of October and beginning of November. Hopefully I will have some videos in the back burner for you guys, and so you won't miss me too much. And then I'll come back with some great pictures and videos. It's the first time my husband and I have gone away together in 7 years, I think 6 or 7 years, and the first like big trip that he and I have gone on together in 14 years. So just the two of us, I mean, like we've gone on trips together with the kids and with Scylla and our friends and that sort of thing. But the first big trip for him and I to go on together for a couple weeks, just the two of us. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's, you know, it's been a long time. It gets crazy when you've got all of the kids. So yeah, so I'm going to be going on this big trip, and I will tell you more about it as it gets closer, because I want to make sure that everything goes ahead. We have to get visas and stuff, and so I want to make sure that all of that happens, and then I will share with you where we're going and what we're doing. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll get Scylla back here so we can sign off. I hope you have an amazing week. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I really appreciate every single one of you. Now back to me and Scylla. Until next time.
Until next time.